All right, and we're getting word from our judges that we are ready to start a countdown. So we're going to get all of our players zeroed out. And we're going to be counting down with the main DrMC one. So stick around for that. 3, 2, 1, Pills! And the bracket round is on! All right, Chris Bidwell getting some early clear and a combo.
Time of his life. First combo goes to Bbforky, it looks like.
Yeah, and look at the bottom board. Leviticus doing a good job of getting his board set up. Going to get a combo there. He's going to rain some garbage on dmwit, who needs a double yellow. That would make his day so much better. But, oh, dmwit in some real danger right now.
Yeah, dmwit.
Oh, and that's going to take him. Lev with a quick top out.
dmwit got a little bit of garbage on that middle column very early on.
So
tried
that
to clear it out. Didn't get yellows, and that can happen.
Now, unlike yesterday, that is not all we're doing. It is going to be best of 5 here, just like a normal standard game. And if we look at our top game, we've got Bbforky and Bidwell, and both of them kind of in a similar position right now.
Yeah, I slightly prefer Bbforky's board just due to how much garbage is on Bidwell's side, especially with that right side being a little heavier with viruses. But, you know, the viruses, I need to remember myself. This isn't a speedrunner's game. This is combo as much as you can game.
Yeah, you know, the viruses matter, but they're not paramount. As, you know, we've got a good restart on the bottom screen, and look at that combo from Lev, who is raining down a triple, but gets a double right back from dmwit. And Lev, just barely was getting out of having that situation, the goalpost situation, but dmwit making it a little more difficult now.
Yeah, meanwhile on the top, Bbforky's been doing a good job trying to keep the left side accessible. He's been drilling down that garbage and mostly just making it work. But you see there, he took a drill clear that only resulted in a single, and that gave Bidwell the opportunity to fire off a combo. Every single clear that you have that isn't part of a combo is going to slow you down.
Check this red. That piece of red garbage was perfect for Bidwell. Gave him a cross combo to get the first bit of that garbage knocked out on the right-hand side. Now one more blue. He'll be able to do the exact same thing. And, gets another cross combo, but that takes away his ability to do the horizontal.
Absolutely. I'm a little nervous for Bidwell. If he puts in a right input early up, that could quickly snag there on that formation. That's something to be on the lookout for today, is these columns 3 and 5. Or 6.
Oh, there's that Bidwell bounce coming on. And notice, they're still at like speed 39. We should be seeing it upwards of 50 today.
Absolutely. Here on the bottom board, dmwit is off to a strong virus lead. Leviticus just fired off a few combos, so now it's looking a little more even for them. But dmwit seems to be saying, I'm just going to speed my way down to the bottom of the board, and if you can't catch up and you can't combo, that'll be my crown.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, you know, if you know your opponent is not set up to rain down a lot of garbage, or is not even prone to, that can be a really good strategy.
Leviticus, though, we know him to send a lot of garbage.
Yeah.
It was last year versus Packy, I believe, that he had a very close match. So he can hang in there with the best. He can throw that garbage down.
Now, if you look on the top board, I did miss Bidwell managing. Oh no. Oh, and that's going to be a top out for Bidwell. I was just going to say that he'd managed to get some of the garbage knocked out of his, or some of the viruses knocked out, but has managed, did end up with a top out, and here we've gone again.
And as they're off on round 2, dmwit just seemed to be coasting still, just trying to get that virus victory.
Yeah, speed has always been his strong suit, and he's definitely showcasing that right now. If he gets a blue followed by a yellow, he's got the potential for a fat log at the bottom of this board. Decides not to take it. I don't think that's a bad call, considering the potential for real problems there. But look at this. He's getting rained down 2/3 of a horizontal and uses it.
Yes. Leviticus, though, is clearing things up, but this might just be too much of a virus deficit to overcome this late in the game.
Yeah, and on the top board, Bidwell raining down the combos. He's got Bbforky on the ropes. Forky is playing a really good survival game, and gets a great combo there. That's going to really help his case, and it knocks his board down, but you can see he's already got those goalposts on 1 and 8. That can be a real problem later on in the game.
You see, Leviticus has 4 higher speed than Dimwit. That means he's been going through 40 or 50 more pills at this point than Dimwit has. But the virus deficit is just incredible. That just is a testament to how efficiently Dimwit tries to make these plays.
Yeah, and that's something he got known for in the speed game even, was slightly more deliberate play. Not slower play, certainly not slower when you're talking about Dimwit, but deliberate. And that is going to get him the second game. He's going to get his first crown here as well.
Here on the top, Bbforky is trying to set up some combos here. He's got them available, but Dimwit, with 2 quick doubles, drops garbage right where it needs to go. And all of a sudden, all of Bbforky's combos are just dissipated. He's kind of locked into this middle section here. The speed is going to be a big problem here in just a minute.
Yeah, but you look at Bidwell's side, and it's like we're seeing the same board we had last time, as he is completely locked off from column 6 through 8. That's okay. It's going to mean underclears if the board goes down to a finish out, but I mean, that doesn't look the likeliest, as both players have got a lot of garbage built up.
Absolutely.
And look at this combo here from Bidwell. 1, 2, 3. That, I didn't even see the third part of it. That's pretty awesome, and it actually helps his opponent quite a bit.
When you say look at this combo, I don't know where to look. When you said that, all 3 players on the screen had combos at the same time. It's just such fast-paced action.
Yeah, we're not exactly accustomed to calling 2 matches at once, and certainly not 2 versus matches. This is a lot of fun. All right, so Leviticus starting to rain down some garbage on Dimwit. I think he realizes, hey, I've got to go combo, combo, combo. Otherwise, Dimwit is just going to win the war of attrition. But Dimwit with another great combo there. That's going to rain down on Leviticus. But Leviticus is keeping a very clean board at this point.
Absolutely. Leviticus now in the virus lead, but I'm not sure that's what he's going for. I think that he is just going to keep foot on the gas as he digs his way down to the bottom.
Yeah, Leviticus no slouch at speed either, but I think he knows that if it comes down to who can get through a board the fastest, Dimwit probably has the edge.
All of a sudden, Leviticus made a couple of misdrops, and you can see him visibly frustrated with that. That can interrupt the plans that he had, and it could just lead to some slower plays as he tries to figure out what to do with his board.
Wow, that was a big combo from Bbforky, raining down some garbage, and more importantly, getting himself access further down the middle of his board. But you can see that speeds up to 44. That's about as high as we saw yesterday in most games, and it's definitely a little faster than what he's been most comfortable with. Decides to make the horizontal, followed by what's going to be a vertical combo. That's going to help him out and force Bidwell to play a little bit of work, as he's got a lot of options set up down at the bottom of his board, and a lot of it's blue.
Yeah, I'm really concerned for Bidwell. He seems to be signaling that he wants to go for the virus victory, but he has no clear path. Look at that red in the bottom right. How do you even get down there? We're going to see what Bidwell's plan is.
I think it's going to end up being a horizontal, possibly. I don't know. Bidwell talking about comboing yourself. As Leviticus still with a bit of a mess in the middle of his board, Dimwit has a slightly cleaner board. These two have been really hitting each other hard.
They have, yes. But still, Bbforky seems to have a clear virus deficit, clear board health deficit. So if Bidwell can just keep up this pressure, keep up this combo game that he's been writing down, he might have this crown here.
Yeah, but there's Bbforky who knocked a combo down on Bidwell himself. But yeah, like you said, the health is there on Bidwell's board. But this is the sort of thing we saw a lot of yesterday, where a player gets down to the bottom of his board, but doesn't get the viruses they need. And even though they're putting a few combos together, it becomes a speed question. You know, how fast can these players play?
Oh my goodness. On that left side, you can see 3 misflips in a row from Dimwit, with a blue, yellow, and then a blue, red on top. Now, his columns 1, 2, and 3 are just cut off from him, really. If he's going for a virus clear, he's going to have to solve all that.
Yeah, and Dimwit was in a bit of trouble, but has knocked down his entire column 3. That was his real danger column. and he's got rid of that spire. As all right, there's Bidwell with the top out. I think he's trying to intimidate his opponent.
This is the rush of the year for him.
Yeah, I mean, he works all year for this and is super stoked for it. And honestly, I mean, who can blame him for being this excited? This is his tournament after all.
It makes you wonder if in the speed brackets he's as loud in his basement as he is here.
I have to imagine the answer is yes.
dmwit making a crucial double there that also cleared out a virus. That's giving him a little bit more progress towards his goal of clearing out all these viruses.
Yeah, both players look to be going for that final virus clear. But, and honestly, I'm not surprised. These two can handle these speeds without a problem. Oh, we got Bbforky with another top out, so that is going to put a second crown on Bidwell's board.
You can see what he was going for. He was trying to set up a horizontal red. And that's a play I've seen Swang do on his top line, is set up a horizontal drop combo. And it can be very susceptible if your opponent gets a little bit lucky and has a good combo early on.
Yeah, and that's going to mean it is match point to Bidwell, who just needs one more game to win this all.
Here on the bottom, dmwit is once again making a combo, getting a virus one by one. He's drilling down to the bottom, but Leviticus is getting close behind.
Yeah, and it's honestly... Is dmwit going to get the pills that he needs? Looks like so far the answer appears to be yes, but he's going to want to desandwich this and then find his way over to the side. That's a very... Oh, wow. Decides to take them separately? I don't disagree with that.
That was a very heads-up play from dmwit. You can tell he's been looking at the board a little bit longer than we have.
Yeah, definitely.
Meanwhile, here on the top, Bidwell making good progress towards his final crown against Bbforky. But Bbforky is certainly not rolling over and giving up yet. But he is a little bit behind here, playing perhaps a little scared, a little cautiously, making sure that he doesn't get another one of those early premature top outs.
Yeah, and with dmwit's second crown, that puts him at match point as well.
This is just absolutely nuts. For Leviticus to be down to elimination in a round of 48.
Yeah, well, I mean, any of these players at this point, it just seems crazy. Bidwell is hopping around. Well, he stopped hopping, but he's been knocking some combos down because he knows he is just one win away, and he's already got Forky a little bit spired up. But this double red combo, this double red blitz was perfect for Forky, and it ended at just about the right time as well.
It wasn't just the blitz; it was that maneuver he made over to the right side. It was or left side. It was a little bit dicey, but he managed to pull it out.
Yeah, and he's going to get some combos, try to put some damage back on Bidwell's board, keep himself in this tournament for at least one more game.
dmwit's about to die.
Oh no!
He's in trouble here.
Yeah, but dmwit again, it's early in the match, so he is a good survival player. On par with somebody like Sarah Sparkle, who plays level 20 for fun. And you can see he's already got himself mostly out of trouble. He needs red blue or blue yellow more than anything else. But I think if anybody can get out of this, dmwit's probably that person. Oh,
he's at the top with no room for error, and with a couple of errors there, it's just looking very bad.
Yeah, no. If he gets another double yellow, he can slide it over that one. But now that's the only way he's got out, and it's going to be Leviticus taking game number 4.
I see what you mean, though. If he even pressed right here at the very end, that double yellow clear might have kept him alive.
But it's time for a decider on the bottom match.
My goodness.
Of course we've got that going on.
And all of a sudden, I feel like I blinked, and we're already at a decider.
Yes.
Players are already on the brink of elimination. This happens so quickly in these matches.
That's right. And you can see Bbforky has got himself out of trouble. He's got a little spire on the left-hand side, but Bidwell is tearing down the bottom of this board. He's stoked. He's ready to get this out of the way. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But there's one, there's two, there's a combo, and boy, the pills look like they're going really well for him, inphlox.
Yeah. Meanwhile, down on the bottom, Dimwit is really holding out for a fat log. Decides not to take it. A good call. Early up on these boards, you need to just make a little bit of extra garbage, play fast, and get some combos going.
Oh, and that combo's going to... Oh, yeah. I see what you're oh-knowing about.
Yeah, some red garbage there for Dimwit. In column 4, really going to hamstring him. Unless he can figure out a way to drill all this down horizontally, he is in real trouble here.
Yeah, he made the right play for a speed board. I'm not sure that it's the right play for a versus board. We're going to see here in just a second. As Dimwit on the verge of elimination, as is Leviticus. Whoever wins this game gets to go on play our next game. And there's Bidwell taking game number 3. So that is winner Bidwell in this match. We're going to get his next opponent set up here in just a moment. But pay attention to the bottom. Yeah, congrats to Bidwell. All right, and that's Dimwit with a top out. That is going to be both games going out to game 3.
Leviticus overcoming that 2-1 deficit, winning 2 in a row. Very clutch for him early on here. But we'll see. We'll see these players as they have to go into their next matches. This could get exhausting.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, pills. And both matches are underway. A little faster it happens than it does in the speed game when we're playing online.
Yeah. Thank goodness for no delays here. Luke.
Oh, wow.
No.
Yeah, Leviticus pouring it to Luke. This could be a very early top out for Luke. If he doesn't stand this up properly, it's going to be... Oh, he gets it right. So,
yeah.
But now that column 6 through 8, he is already in a danger zone. But if I'm him, I would rather be in a danger zone at speed 32 than at like speed 50.
Absolutely. And even though he is in danger, he can only play on the left half of his board. He's not too close to the top on his on that
Look at
side.
this. Yellow, blue, exactly what he wanted. Knocks a whole bunch down. But now, the way he's got everything set up, he's going to have to take this blue horizontally, and he has nothing set up for that. So that's going to take him a little bit of time.
Meanwhile, Crimson and Bidwell, fortunate garbage from Crimson to block up a sweet tea that was going to drop a triple. But drops a triple anyway, just Bidwell. A quad, in fact. And I think I hear some trash talk over there.
Oh, definitely. And now, Crimson, a name you might not recognize if you've only hung out in our speed boards. If you're not in the Discord, then you should absolutely jump into that, because then you will know about players like Crimson who generally play in our Virus Buster League and can and does often crush.
Yeah, Crimson always makes a point of showing up here to these tournaments and reminding us that she exists and she's only gotten better.
All right, and Luke is still in a little bit of trouble. Leviticus got him on the ropes, but a few combos can really change that. And Lev with a fairly clean board, but again, a few combos can really change that.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Crimson is getting really close up to the top here. A couple of garbage drops, and her board is getting cut off. And at these higher speeds, that is no joke.
Yeah, and I got to think that, Bidwell's a competitor first and foremost, but I feel like if he gets a win against Crimson, like if he takes a crown against Crimson, that is going to be something he's going to talk about for the rest of the year. I know I would, and she's shown herself to be one of the most dominant versus players in the Virus Buster League, if not in any of our leagues, and taking a crown off of her is no easy feat.
I think that Bidwell sees himself, too, as the underdog, and it's not helped by the fact that he spends extra hours during these tournaments staying up, burning the midnight oil to make sure that everything is running smoothly, doesn't get as much practice time as the rest, so a large sacrifice to be made for his the integrity of his competition.
Absolutely, and just want to point out we did have a top out from Luke in our bottom right, or in our bottom bracket, so that is Leviticus with game number 1. Yeah, Bidwell was up half the night working on getting the brackets, making sure everything was perfect to make sure that we had the right games going on today. And the fact that he was the first person here today, he was the last person here last night, and the fact that he's still competing, that's amazing.
Meanwhile, here on the bottom board with Luke versus Leviticus, Luke is still a little bit behind here. Leviticus has been making a lot more confident plays than Luke has, and is now just seems to be prioritizing a little bit of virus clearing. That's how he won the first game. Or no, that's not how he won the first game, but that's what he seems to be going for here.
Yeah, and neither player has been in this board long enough to really say, oh, they're going for a top out, oh, they're going for a virus clear instead. But it looks like we're going to be hitting that point once we hit the mid game, kind of figuring out who's going for what.
Bidwell here getting some fortunate garbage that combos, Crimson comboed herself, as they say.
Yeah, and Crimson has really knocked down all the garbage in this board, but she is really stacked up on column 1. That is going to mean a whole lot, as Bidwell is not as stacked up. His column 7 and 8 are tough, but they're not as tough as what Crimson's got, because she is completely blocked up, is going to have to work from below to get everything knocked out if she wants to get a virus clear win. And unless the speed is too bad, that's definitely going to be a thing. That's definitely going to be what they're going for.
You see a tragic misflip over there on Luke's columns 1 and 2. That would have been a combo, and instead it's a column blocked off for him.
And on the bottom game, it is Luke knocking as many combos as he can down, but Leviticus still keeping a fairly clean board, as Leviticus is really knocking the combos down himself. And got to wonder about Luke. There he goes. He makes the right play, gets a triple sent over. That has been an amazing play so far.
Luke missing an opportunity for a little L, and this is where the art of Dr. Mario really shows through, and trying to maintain those combos and keep up that aggression while simultaneously cleaning your board.
Yeah, it's definitely, like you said, it's an art. It's a fine bit of work, because you're focusing on 2 places at once, and if you have trouble chewing gum and walking at the same time, like I do, it can really be painful.
I'm curious what Crimson's going to do at the bottom of this board. She's got those double yellows, but she might not be able to take them doubly if she's going for a virus clear.
Now, I imagine going double. Yeah, she's going to clear. She's got the double laid down at the bottom. She's going to lay a red horizontally and then place on top of it so that she can get all this cleared out.
That's perfect.
Yep.
That's exactly what I was hoping she would do. And that is the sort of play she needed in order to take this game against Bidwell.
And Crimson with a clear is going to take game number 1.
I can't believe that's only game number 1. I feel like
I know, right?
That was a match.
And at bottom, we've got Leviticus, who cleared his board out, so he's going to take game number 2.
But you see, the final speeds for Luke and Leviticus are 44 and 43 versus Crimson and Bidwell's 50s. So the players up there went through a lot more pills, sent a lot more garbage to each other, and really had to fight to get to the bottom of those boards.
Yes, indeed. And so it's game match for Leviticus again, or match point, I should say. So Luke's really going to have to show out here, and he's capable of it. We've seen him take down really good competition in our speed tournament, so he's definitely a solid competitor. Luke, one of the players who came in thanks to Game Scout's video last year. He was one of our Tetris players. Oh, and Luke takes the game with a top out.
Wow, that kind of came out of nowhere. Some very fortunate garbage blocked off a red dependency right in the middle, and that's where the garbage is most valuable. There is in the middle of these boards.
And if you look at our top board, these two have really been nailing each other with garbage, because you don't expect to see either one of these players this clogged up. And Crimson in survival mode again, but manages to get out of danger with a really good combo, showing that she is one of the faster fingered players when it comes to playing in the speed game. But Bidwell with a great piece of garbage there.
Luke was just making some very dicey plays up at top, some very quick falling pills, but he seems locked in. He did not seem to be struggling at all to keep up with the speed. This is his tournament life on the line, but he seems to be making the most of it.
Yeah, it's going to take a reverse sweep for Luke to be able to stay in this. But we've seen crazier things in a lot of crazier tournaments. So anything can happen here. And man, oh man, look at how much cleaner Bidwell's board is right now. That is a testament to the style of play he's got. But look at this this cross clear from Crimson. That's going to be a triple.
Leviticus here trying to take these reds out horizontally to clear up the middle of his board. But in the meantime, if he makes a mistake, that could be absolutely deadly. One misdrop there.
A couple. Oh, okay. And Leviticus knocks it down a bit. A couple of garbage pills would have been all it took for Luke to survive here. But Leviticus knocking it down, showing that he is the veteran here, and he will not be taken down that easily. Again.
Crimson here, very garbage blocked on her board. And you can see, too, not a lot of triples available. Not a lot of combo fuel ready to fire off. That was just a single that she made, and that just gives Bidwell more time to set things up.
Holy crap, Leviticus just dropping a massive combo. I didn't see it happening. I just looked over and stuff disappeared off the right of his board. That was amazing from Leviticus. Oh, but Luke with perfect dropping to make things work out for him, to keep Leviticus away from a better combo.
Crimson here, struggling, fighting for her life. Bidwell cries, "I won," as if he won the entire match.
As expected.
Trying to rub it in.
Yeah, that's what we expected. Bidwell was was really excited to get a game knocked out. All right,
Crimson, a good sport, both smiling about it.
Yeah, so that's going to be one game each now to Bidwell and to Crimson. And man, oh man, we've got a match on our hands now, inphlox.
We do.
Oh, and Leviticus with a top out. So it's decider on the bottom as well. 1-1 at the top, 2-2 at the bottom. I'm going to get the crowns up there in just a second. But man, oh man, what do you do? You play the game. It's what you do.
That's what you have to do. I totally missed what happened with Leviticus.
Yeah, so did I. I just saw a top out for him. So it's looking for a reverse sweep. That is amazing for him. And Leviticus now also trying to stave off elimination. Winner take all.
And there's a bit of a tilt factor to be factored in here. You know, when you had that lead, 2-1, you were feeling so powerful, but now you're a little scared. You might not be playing as confidently.
Oh, but look at what Luke's garbage just set up an L clear for Leviticus, and he drops another combo down. So there's some more garbage coming down on Luke's side. But Leviticus, again, blocked off on that bottom, on his left-hand side, and that was not the way you wanted to turn that red-yellow earlier, but has managed to get everything cleared away. And Luke providing, again, some garbage that's going to be blocking off Lev from getting a combo.
Bidwell has a combo that relies on him getting a yellow piece at the very top left of his board, but I don't know if he's going to be able to make it over there. He might be hoping for some fortunate garbage.
At 34, it may be possible. I mean, it's possible. We'll see if it's something Bidwell can do as he decides not to go for it. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, we'll just wait for Crimson to do that to herself, perhaps.
Yeah.
Meanwhile here, Luke getting a triple on the bottom board. It is neck and neck for these players, as they are both very far down on their boards, very ready to combo. And I don't know if either one is going to be topping out. This might be a virus situation.
Yeah, you got to wonder if Leviticus, well, I think he was thinking about taking those reds horizontal or vertically on his column too, but with all the garbage that Luke has laid down on it, he may be looking for a horizontal on the top one, get the yellow under cleared, and then work his way down the board.
Bidwell looking a little bit rough up there on the top board compared to just how clean and clear Crimson is here with only 18 viruses remaining.
Yeah, that's going to be a tall order for Bidwell, but thankfully for him, not an elimination game yet. Oh, and look at this combo that Crimson has laid down for Bidwell. Boom. That is going to be a triple on her board, but it's going to take out some of her garbage, but that also takes out one of the combos she had set up.
Yes. Taking out garbage sometimes is nice, but you want everything to be a combo as much as possible. You're taking your pills to set up combos, and a single that results from a garbage clear just can really take the wind out of your sails.
And Lev with an L clear, that's going to rain another combo down, but Luke definitely with the board health going on right now, although Lev is doing his best to make sure that doesn't last.
Yeah, Luke perhaps taking it a little bit light on him, trying to clean up and clear out his viruses. But you can't give a player like Leviticus, you can't give any player, but especially a player like Leviticus, a chance to just make some combos and clean himself up.
Now, take a look at what Leviticus has been doing. He's not using red-yellow on that red over on the left. This is classic inphlox. This is an umbrella strat. He knows that he's got nothing can happen on his columns 1 and 2, so he can tuck a red in there anytime he wants to and start working his way up. He's trying to take care of anything where the garbage can happen. Couldn't use this red, so now he uses it. That is really smart play from Leviticus.
Luke here is trying to clear out these viruses, trying to figure out what the best way is. And what a combo from Leviticus.
Tim Burr from Leviticus. And looking on our top board, it looks like Crimson going to take game number 3. That was a clear out with 22 viruses left. Crimson really showing off a great play.
Bidwell here on his tournament life. He got one game and he was stoked about it. I don't know if my ears could handle what happens when he gets 2.
Yeah, right? All right, so this is tense really at the bottom here as Luke again with the board health. Leviticus a lot backed up, but Leviticus can set up some combos here. I feel like Luke, if he can play it as a speed game, is going to win. But if it turns into a war of attrition, a war of combos, who knows? It could go either way, and it needs to go one way or the other because this is the decider.
Yeah, Luke doesn't seem to know what he wants to do. He doesn't know whether he wants to combo or clear things out. He has a combo on the left side with some red yellows. Will he see it?
And yeah, I think he's just focusing on one side of the board, gets that combo. That's going to be great. Oh, and a top out from Leviticus. That means
drop right in the middle.
That means it is going to be Luke playing against the winner of our other match for the win.
So incredible.
And all right, so on our top board, it is Crimson with the advantage right now. We're going to switch to just the top match view so you can see just this match going on. Oh, and it is Crimson who is taking the win.
Oh, good games to both.
All right, so we're going to reset, and we're going to get these two players ready to play. I got to find my crowns. I got to find everything. So, yeah, GG's to these players. Crimson taking game number 3. And we're going to set this up. We're going to get Luke over there, and these two are going to take it on. Winner is going to go on to our top 8 coming up very shortly. All right, and we've got yeses from our players. They are ready to go. We're going to count them in 3, 2, 1. Pills! Crimson versus Luke for the top 8 going on here on DrMC2, The Dose.
Almost an identical combo set down at the very beginning by both players, making some very similar decisions, though slightly transposed on their boards.
Yeah, but it's high up on the board here for Luke, and that that's not an advantage you want to give Crimson, but it's not going to be an advantage if the pills come out right. If a red blue's hiding behind this other red blue, then we could have ourselves a really nice sweet tea that's going to go. Oh well, never mind. Crimson takes care of it, but gives herself a little reprieve from a possible combo.
Absolutely. Sometimes if you're just let your opponent keep comboing you, it'll work out. Not necessarily the best strategy, but it's
workable
not necessarily
nonetheless.
hopeless.
Yeah. Oh, great clears from Luke, and Crimson now knocking her board down. She gets that right-hand side, and yeah, she's cleared out. This is almost what we would call free and clear if we were talking about a speed game, because she is out of what I would consider the danger zone, knocking down a massive combo.
I think she is sensing that Luke is not sending over many combos, so she can just like set up as much as she wants and try to combo her way through the board.
And honestly, building combos where they're not obvious is a bit of an art form, like you were saying earlier. I know that's one of the hardest things for me to learn when I was learning my game. There's a fat log, though. That's one he's definitely going to recognize. And Luke dropping now 3 combos in a row on Crimson. It's not quite a stun lock, but it is. Okay, now it's stun lock.
It's stun lock, but there was a lot of color matching in the garbage that came down, so it's not necessarily even bad for Crimson here, as that's a combo that Luke basically set up for her.
Yeah, and both players actually out of that danger zone. Luke's a little stacked up on his left-hand side. He does have that column 1 that's just going to have to be undercleared and horizontal, but at this point, you're not worried about your end game. You're worried about surviving your mid game.
Luke definitely did not mean to introduce any garbage into the middle of his board here. A little bit frustrated with that, but should be able to clear it out here. Will want to do that short order, though, before it becomes a problem.
Yeah, going to knock a combo down here pretty much anywhere he puts that pill, and it's a quad. Wow, but yeah, Crimson with a triple right back.
And look at what happened in his column 1. Some garbage cleared it out for him. He got a little lucky there.
Yeah, that's a really nice position for Luke. He's in a much better place than he was just a second ago, but Crimson takes away another combo from him. She is relentless, this woman. But, and you can see, they can hear us. So this is the level of play and concentration these guys have got on their faces.
Yeah, I'm not sure they are hearing us, in fact. I think that they are so in the zone.
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely. They could hear us, let's put it that way.
Although, Crimson definitely had the board health advantage for a majority of this game. All of a sudden, Luke is shot ahead and is down to only 14 viruses remaining.
Yeah, Luke definitely taking advantage of some good plays and getting some combos knocked out. Interesting not taking that as a combo, but that's all right. It's going to work out for him. This double red could be laid out as another combo itself. Let's see if he sees it this time. He does, and knocks another combo down. Yeah, Crimson in a little trouble right now.
Yeah, Luke trying to put some combos together as he finishes off his viruses, but it might not even come to that. With some garbage, really, this is going to be difficult for Crimson to navigate around.
Yeah, Crimson gets a big combo, but now she's looking for a horizontal. Gets it. She knows the speed at 46. Oh, that is perfect play from Crimson. That is going to keep her alive, but now she needs yellows, and she needs them yesterday. She's going to get them. And another combo.
It doesn't matter, though. Luke only has
wow.
1 virus left on his board. He has just been clearing it out while raining garbage down. Very good play from him.
Yeah, and we'll put the doctor not giving him what he needs. Now it's a tuck play. I liked that umbrella that he threw over the top
umbrella.
of it.
The sort that you would see in a Wile E. Coyote cartoon.
Yeah, very small, very small. Not going to do any good if you're falling off a cliff, but perfectly fine for this. And, if we get a double blue after this, it's not happening.
Such luck.
I was hoping. There it is. Boom. And the combo.
Very fortunate for Luke to. That could have been a bit of a disaster if the double blue didn't come from him. If he waited too long, you cannot wait at the top of these boards. You must combo.
Yeah, but Crimson getting some good combos, getting some good clears. She's out at the top of her board first. And that could be crucial. We saw that being an issue earlier as Crimson again with a combo gets her board knocked down. This is where that horizontal board placement really matters.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Luke trying to put together a combo. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a tough maneuver. Fat log.
The fat log.
That's the highest fat log I've ever seen in my career.
I believe they call it a dirty Tetris over on the Tetris side. That's pretty much what that was. That was a dirty fat log.
Luke here trying to clear out some garbage, get his board a little bit more at a manageable height before he really goes down to clearing some viruses.
Yeah, but Crimson finding her combos is set up now for 1 and set up for, for 2. Wow, I didn't even see that drop.
Oh my goodness.
But now Luke is on the ropes here. But with a 1-game advantage, I feel like he's not feeling the pressure yet. Crimson wants to make sure he feels it, and soon.
Oh my goodness, a very fortuitous pill sequence from Luke.
Yeah, gonna get the
combos. He might
combos.
just have life left.
Wow, massive combo for Luke. He was doing the practice in the Airbnb yesterday, and it's showing.
Here, he's hoping to get a blue-red to combo that down, but you might just want to clear it before, if a garbage piece lands there. He was playing with fire because Crimson is very good at exploiting those weaknesses.
Yeah, and Luke has managed to make his way down the board. Didn't see the combo there. Oh, but is going to get going to get a combo from Crimson there. And yeah, Luke is just, again, trying to play survival, get himself out of the bottom of the board. And that's going to buy Crimson a little bit of time. It's just harder to get those combos built up when you're trying to get your board knocked down. That's another kind of sign of an elite player, so they're able to pull that off.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily that Crimson is even going for the virus clear here. She's just kind of reducing the timer.
And a top out.
Oh, good game. And that's the pressure that the viruses can have. It's not necessarily always the win condition, but it's the threat of the win condition, saying, if you don't figure out how to combo me, how to get some viruses down, I can just do this all day.
Yep, and we start off with a pill that you really can't use. As these two go in for game number 3, tied 1-all. Crimson finding combo number 1, and setting up for the next one. Boom, that's a big combo from her. These red-blues, looks like red-blue is going to be the color combination of choice in this bracket. And you see that in a lot of these seeds. You can tell this color we're going to see a lot of. And so far that color has been red-blue here.
Luke blessed with 2 pills of garbage that just created a combo for him. That might be just the help that he needs to get down out of this top line situation.
Yeah, both players pretty well out of the danger zone for now. That can change at the drop of a hat, or the drop of a pill, I guess I should say. But oh wow, that blue really nice for Luke. He's wanting a combo with these reds. There's not really an easy way to do it. Takes the smart play, double combos, and is already clearing out.
Yeah, Luke trying to figure out how to set up some of these combos, but not quite making it work, at least not as much as Crimson has been, with just absolutely amazing play here. She's already down to 35 and has just been comboing all the way.
Yeah, it's a fresh board from Crimson. She's not sitting on a lot of garbage, and that could spell disaster for Luke here if he doesn't start nailing some combos down and getting his board moved down as well.
And look at that double red that Crimson plays horizontally. She's not trying to clear out those viruses. She's just trying to lay on the paint. That is so clinical. It is so incredible to see these high level plays.
Clinical. I see what you did there. So does get the combo there, and yeah, she's putting the paint onto Luke. That is for sure. Knocks a bit of garbage down that is preventing Luke from getting the easiest combo on his board. But he does get a secondary combo, and yep. I think that was the time to lay that down. If you're not going to do it then, you're not going to do it at all.
Really dicey, but it did work out for him. Oh, what a nice double blue from Crimson. That was a fat triple.
Yeah, now Crimson is at the bottom of her board, which is where you want to be in a speed game, but in versus that can mean that you're going to see every bit of garbage taking that much longer to get to the bottom. You can see that's, I believe, 10 full seconds of drop time if you're going all the way to the bottom. I don't know the math exactly, but yeah, it's pretty close.
Between a quarter and a third of a second for each row. So yeah, that really adds up towards the bottom of the board.
And yeah, every time you get garbage. So that can really add up and give Luke an opportunity to get back into this game.
Absolutely. Crimson here, maybe hoping to take these double yellows horizontally. Trying to set up combos along the way, though.
Oh, and Luke blocks Crimson from a combo, and he's now in a safe zone in the bottom of his board with very little garbage.
This is true. I think Crimson had a bit of a time where she was struggling to put some combos together, and all of a sudden, that was just the breath that Luke needed in order to storm back here in the competition.
We was just sitting on something because I had games already there, so just we'll stand there, they'll write it in, and we'll be good to go. but bottom half of the bracket is over here. Top half of the bracket's over here.
You don't have.
Yep.
And this is an incredibly long-lasting match here. We've got clearing down to the bottom almost every time.
Yeah, these two really crushing it down here, and I mean, this is the sort of game you love to see, unless you're playing it. you hate to win on a top out, but you kind of also love to, because it means one less heart attack you got to go through.
Absolutely. I don't know if either player is going to top out here. At least they wouldn't naturally.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
But this looks like a race for zero viruses, but Crimson has had the advantage all along. She has just been keeping that in the back of her mind, saying, if it comes down to it, I want to have the advantage at the very end.
Yeah, let's see if Luke sets up a Oh, the doctor gives him the double, but he's going to get what he needs to set up the manufactured fat log cross. That was massive!
Was a whole cluster from Luke.
Holy
mackerel.
cow! That was a lot of pill halves going off for Luke.
But unfortunately, it does max out at a quad. So even if you get 5 or 6, as that might have been.
Yeah, I don't even know how many that would have counted as. If you're watching this on YouTube, pause your video, count how many that is. Put it in the comments. We want to know.
It will be on the test.
Yeah, right? So everything on Luke's is on the right-hand side of his board. Crimson, everything is at the bottom. I'm not sure which is better at this point, because once Luke kind of clears his right-hand side out, he's got access to everything. Crimson, it's got to be the entire bottom of the board, so anywhere that Luke puts garbage could be potentially dangerous. However, now it's all very clear on the right-hand side of the board for Crimson, and a double red would win this for her. Actually, no, 2 reds will win this for her. There's one of them, and that's going to do it. Crimson takes game number 2.
Game 2 to Crimson. Luke down in a set he never thought he would even be in.
All right, and these players are ready to go again. This is a heck of a game. We're signaling off to them that they're ready to start, and oh, there's 3 places you can put this double yellow, and they're all good for speed. But combo, both players taking that first one early.
That was a little painful for me to see the double red not taking it out, but this is the smartest play available. Just setting up this first combo is such valuable currency in this game.
Yeah, and oh, that is a good pill from Luke. And it's going to prevent Crimson from dropping this red, especially if, but she gets what she needs to prevent it. I was going to say, especially if he can drop some more garbage on that spot. He is going to drop some garbage. It's not going to hit that exact spot, though.
That play from Crimson just utterly amounts to reaction time. Being able to see the next box and just hold down. She was able to fire off that combo in the blink of an eye, and that is so important in these matches.
Luke gifting Crimson with another combo. She is on fire right now, and Luke in a little bit of trouble. This is match point. That's the word. It's match point to Crimson. So we'll see how this goes down.
Luke just trying to give himself a little bit more space at the top. You can't win if you top out, and I'm sure that he would love to be going faster, love to be comboing a little harder, but he's just trying to keep it healthy for now.
Yeah, and that's the survival game. It's a big part of versus play. If you cannot settle a survive game, you're not going to have a good chance, because speed, it's about what do I do to make sure nothing goes wrong, versus it's everything's going to go wrong, how do I fix it?
This is scary for Luke. One misdrop can just completely shackle him.
But nails another combo. That is great for him. But another block from Crimson.
Yeah, and where is Crimson? She's like already halfway through the board. Hardly any garbage to speak of. And a sweet tee there from Crimson.
Man,
very quick, very smart play.
A lot of great play for her. Oh, this is tight for Luke. Oh, he's not going to get it over.
Oh.
He's going to get a double.
Well played to Luke, but there's no coming back.
So, GG's to Crimson. She is going to take game number 4. She is going to be going on to our top 8 bracket to be played later on tonight, or later on this afternoon. And